My name's Paul Shoemaker with Next Level Extrication, and this is Dan. He's going to help me today complete our extrication evolutions. Today we're going to cover basic scene safety of this vehicle before we cut it. Dan's going to place the step chocks on this vehicle to make sure that we have proper stabilization before we get into our extrication evolution. The first step chock is going to go upside down behind the front tire at the bottom of the A-post. The next one's going to go in front of the rear tire, like so. Again, locking that vehicle in place so it doesn't move front to back. Now that we have the step chocks in place, we know that the vehicle is not going to roll forward or backward. Dan is going to go inside the vehicle and make sure it is placed in park. While he's in there, he's going to reach and grab the keys. We're going to make sure the vehicle's off and the keys are removed and either placed on the hood or the roof of the vehicle. If we find out that it's a proximity key, those can work up to 10 to 15 feet from the vehicle, so we want to actually remove those further than just the roof or the hood. We've completed removing the keys, putting the vehicle in park. The next thing we want to do is place the hazard lights on. That's going to let us know, and anybody who arrives on scene, that there's still a 12-volt battery system hooked up to this vehicle. We also are going to reach in and see if we can't pop that hood. If the hood doesn't pop, we now know we need to gain access to shut down the 12-volt system. Dan is now going to complete the additional 360. He's looking for down power lines or any victims under the vehicle. Anything that's going to present a safety issue to any of the firefighters working on scene. When he gets to the other side of the vehicle, he's going to be placing 2 more step chocks, just like you see here, in the same exact position. Once the 360 is complete, we now can go to the hood, remove the hood, and isolate the 12-volt battery system. Now we've completed the 360, we come up to the hood. What we're finding is a lot of people get tunnel vision, and they come straight up here to the latch area. That's where they try to force entry into this hood. Those are designed to stay intact, and they're all reinforced, which makes it very difficult to get in there. Something we're trying to implement is that you actually get to the battery system by removing the hood from the hinge part. In order to do that, you have to create a purchase point. You can either use a Halligan by driving it in here and cantilevering it back and forth to create a purchase point. At that point, you can put your spreaders in there, create a spread which will allow this hinge to actually pop. It will remove the 2 bolts that are securing it in place. You can do the other side as well. You may have to use cutters to cut through that hinge if it does not pop with the spread. Once both hinges have been removed, now this will be freely floating. It will allow us to actually use manual force to push it up and over onto itself, laying the hood on the ground in front of the vehicle, giving us full access to the engine compartment and the 12-volt battery system. We're now going to demonstrate how that should look. Now that we've removed the hood, we have full access to the engine compartment and the 12-volt battery system. This vehicle's battery's already been removed, but as you can see, here's your 2 cables right here. Your negative and your red. We want to make sure that we make a cut with a gap to allow enough space so these cables don't reattach themselves, reactivating the 12-volt battery system. You also can see here with all of this enforced steel, why swinging the Halligan into here to try to bend up the hood doesn't actually work as well as some people may think. It doesn't give you enough space to get to the 12-volt battery system, which also makes it another reason why we want to attack the hinges of the hood and remove the hood completely away from the vehicle. If you don't find a 12-volt battery system inside the engine compartment, try to remember that some vehicles nowadays are placing them behind the front seat or even in the trunk of the vehicle. It's important to do a full look throughout the vehicle to find that 12-volt battery system before you start cutting into the vehicle.